Cinema Classics is produced by John DeSando and sponsored by WCBE 90.5 FM. Read reviews and listen to shows on WCBE.org.
I'm John DeSando.
And I'm Gary Hammond.
And this is Cinema Classics.
Woohoo!
And it used to be Johnny D. Loretto time, but it's not anymore.
It's not. Well, you're making room for others.
He took a well-earned leave after 17 years with me from Cinema Classics.
The horror.
Exactly. So he's now developing his own show. God bless him. And we're going to miss him, but you're not a bad substitute.
Well, we'll see. Okay.
Well, another John.
Yes.
John Wick.
A famous John, a more famous John.
Wow.
Wow.
Talk about his bank account. This is the fourth iteration of John Wick. What the heck is going on here? What do you think?
I think it is, I think John Wick 4, I hadn't seen the other movies. I went back though to look at, just get some information on him, do a little research, and the death count of him, for him personally, was 299 in the first three. And I think he got more than 299 before he got to the steps to the church in Paris.
Well, I heard somebody who was guessing it was more than 100, but it's ridiculous. You can't count them. You had to take part of your life just to count the number.
Well, and the record of it, they said a confirmed body count.
Wow.
And I questioned in the first three, how could they confirm that
Wow.
with the way the actions were?
Wow.
There could be 3 or 4 guys killed in 2 seconds.
So, if you look at it as body count, it's ridiculous. It's absurd.
Yeah, it
right?
is absurd. It's farcical, in fact.
It is. And, this is theater of the absurd, only with guns and knives.
Yeah.
What do you think that the allure is of this? This is the fourth iteration. He's got to be a billionaire by now, and I'm happy for him. But tell me, as we look it over, before we look at any of even the details, what is it? And you're a fresh face to this,
Yes.
so I'm interested in your observation.
Well, I like Keanu Reeves, and I'd heard many good things about him, and I'd seen him in many movies as far as that goes. So he's actually a really nice guy, and he plays a really very serious killer in this case, and he is out for vengeance. And what is the allure? The allure is that it's the killing is, it's ballet.
Yes.
It is. I was going to say balletic, but I'm not sure that's the word. It is ballet.
Yeah.
There is this choreography. There is this dance, and the things that he's doing. The stunts are fantastic. He does 90%. From what I read, he does 90% of his stunts himself. He's very generous with his stuntmen. After The Matrix Reloaded, he gave all of his stuntmen Harley-Davidson motorcycles, and after John Wick 4, he gave all of his stuntmen Rolex Submariners.
Oh my God!
So that's what he does with all his money, John.
Look at, I heard this.
But back to the substance of the
That's
of the
okay.
show.
I just want to comment on what you said. Yeah, he made something like $50 million on the first one, or on the Matrix maybe.
Right.
But regardless, I heard he was very generous.
Well, and he has a foundation that gives to children's hospitals. He's very generous. He was on a flight that was grounded in an emergency, and he chartered a bus to take all of the people on the plane to their destination, and he had his guitar with him, so he entertained them with country music. So he's a nice man who plays a real killer. And as far as this movie, there's another movie, I won't mention the name of it, but one person asked another person who knows the killer in this other movie, somebody says to him, well, what's he going to do? And he said, oh, he's going to do what he does best. He's going to kill them all.
Yeah.
And that's what John Wick does in this movie. And there is not lots of blood and gore, John. There's lots of shooting,
rare,
and lots of stabbing,
exactly.
but it's very rare. It's not a PG movie. It's not even it's not no one under 17 certainly, but it is fascinating how he's like the Energizer Bunny of assassins.
He is. We'll get to one of those set pieces which are absurd, extraordinary, and melodic, as you had said. One of the little points that we find out in John Wick Chapter 4 that made a difference for me was after he shoots so many people in the head, and sometimes twice.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what is this all about? because he just shot them. But, as we discovered, they're all probably wearing the same kind of suits that are bulletproof. And he even at some point opens it up to deflect some of the
Yes.
bullets.
Yes.
And this might seem like a really small matter, but to me, it really answered, why? Is it just, I mean, are they being foolish and shooting them? No. First of all, I know from professionals that one shot is not enough. You have to do 2 shots.
That's from your experience as
From
a
my
hitman,
experience, yes.
Okay.
From my friend's experience, who was a soldier and also worked for some of the agencies.
Well, they make it obvious that he's got a bulletproof suit when they give it to him, and it's a very elegant
Yes.
black suit, and it's made out of ballistic, I forget the actual formal word for it, but it's clear that the other fellows have got these suits on as well. They're all dressed in similar stylish suits.
Yes.
But he's holding his collar up at certain points
Yes,
when he's
right.
running away from the bullets and so on, which is a shout out to the man in the white suit with Alec Guinness about, this magical suit.
Good.
But in any event, yeah, you have to go the extra mile with these folks, because shooting them is not enough. You have to shoot them in the head.
Yeah, and as you said, I mean, it looks as if it is he in most of those shots, and they're done with such precision and such a choreograph that is just jaw-dropping. Our friend Wayne, who was with us, finds it quite comical, and I agree with him. After a while, it just is so comical. But you talk about Keanu Reeves, I'm not sure he's a great actor. I'm not sure that he isn't just playing himself in these, but
I disagree. Okay, so in The Devil's Advocate, which I saw with Al Pacino, and interestingly there, he took a pay cut so that Al Pacino could be paid what Al Pacino was worth. And that movie wouldn't have been, but without Al Pacino, for him to play off of it.
Yeah.
Al Pacino's the devil.
Good.
And Keanu Reeves is the devil's advocate as far as that goes. It's a lawyer movie in a way. So in any event, I think he is a good actor because he does. And Bill and Ted's Big Adventure, and then he was in another movie, and I don't remember the title of it, but he, one of the leading ladies in the movie for a time dates Keanu Reeves, and he's farcical in it on purpose. He makes himself a subject of ridicule for his outlandish behavior. So I think he does have range.
Okay, well, you made a good case, counselor. That's why I have you around. Let's say I don't see in the future any possibility that he may get an Oscar nomination unless he changes his role from John Wick. It goes back to trying some of those that you're talking about.
Sure.
And always an amazement to me how billionaires like this don't do that. In other words, why doesn't he find a film that could bring out the talents that you're talking about,
right,
that are different from those of John Wick?
Well, they may not be offered to him because he may be typecast. Now, he's been typecast in a way that makes him a gazillionaire.
My point is that he could.
Yes, I think he could. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he could. Yeah,
Yes.
you're right.
Yeah, so I don't understand why.
You see him in a rom-com?
Yeah, I do. And I've seen him. He played a doctor in some movie a few years ago.
Oh, he was with Diane Keaton and
Yeah.
as good as it. No, but anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Jack Nicholson.
Good one.
Yeah, he was Diane Keaton's Jack Nicholson's doctor in the emergency room when he was having a heart attack, and Diane Keaton was Jack Nicholson's girlfriend at the time, and then he took her away from Jack Nicholson.
It is difficult to separate ourselves from the persona that he has developed in the John Wick.
Yeah, that's true. And as the emergency room doctor and as the boyfriend of Diane Keaton, he seemed very genuine. He was very believable. He was a sensitive guy. He was a nice guy. He was interested in her. She was a little bit older, but he thought she had a lot to offer.
Now, John Wick Chapter 4.
Yes.
He's facing big odds here.
You think?
The table. As well as smarmy, whatever is, what's his name, Skarsgård?
Yeah.
Plays the Marquis.
Yes.
Dapper as hell. Wow. What great costuming. So he faces that whole, that syndicate.
Yes.
That wants him gone.
Right.
He used to work for them as an assassin.
Yeah.
And now they want after him. So it's a formidable foe.
It is. And one of the reasons that it's so enticing and people like it so much, as you were talking about earlier, but I'm coming back to it now because it's something that I've thought is, there's a guy that is hunting him, and the price, he keeps trying to get the price up, and when the price goes up to a point where he's actually going to go after him, because he doesn't want to kill him until he gets the price up, and by the time he's following him everywhere, and by the time the price goes to the price he asked for to kill him, he is helping him because he doesn't want John Wick to die. And that's the fellow that's got the dog.
Yes, yes, and a dog is a good sign.
A dog is a good sign. A dog likes you, that's a good sign, John.
And I think that was the catalyst for his series of revenges, because didn't they kill his dog early on?
They did kill his dog
in the
early
first
on.
one,
A
maybe?
puppy that his wife left for him in the first one.
Yeah.
Don't kill my dog.
I think the film has some complexity to it, in the sense that I like the character played by Ian McShane, Winston.
Yes. And Winston was a member of the table, and Winston liked him all along and was actually helping him. And then there was the fellow that was at the Japanese hotel that liked him all along. And these people remained loyal to him because they saw a goodness in him.
Yes, right. Although, I think in one of the earlier films, Winston, as Ian McShane, shot him. Yeah, so that's that ambivalent role that I like. The movie is not so straightforward as to hundreds of bodies.
Right.
There are human things going on here, and McShane, of course, has a very nice ascot.
Yes.
Yes. So, but he does just a terrific job. You can't help not liking Ian McShane in that role. And also you mentioned someone whom some of the martial arts aficionados know, Danny Yen, who plays Kane.
Yes.
You mentioned him, another interesting character.
He is a very interesting character.
He plays a blind man.
Yes.
Isn't that a wonderful touch?
Mm-hmm.
How menacing is he? He's menacing enough.
He's menacing enough.
Oh boy, and he plays it with cool.
Yeah.
As well as the hotel manager or whoever.
Right.
That friend of his was. I thought some of these characters just done ever so fine, and even the daughter, whom we're going to see more in the future, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
The daughter of the Japanese hotel.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
I would think so. She's
Yeah.
very powerful. Yeah. Everybody was great in it. I mean, they were great. He was great at being a ruthless killer, and the other people were they were very credible. And John, the movie is actually incredible. So the fact that these people were all credible in the roles shows that it was good acting.
All right, Gary Hammond.
Yes, sir.
The movie is John Wick, Chapter 4.
Yes.
Your advice.
My advice is to go see it. Don't take the small children, but go see it.